Pegatron, one of Apple's biggest suppliers, is setting up shop here in Indonesia. It's part of the company's attempt to shield itself from U.S. tariffs on China. The problem is, it's not happening very often.
Everyone know Vietnam today is the yeah is the place that most of the manufacturing go. Of course, that is a concern. If we are not as competitive as other country, of course we are concerned.
A recent World Bank report said out of 33 companies that are shifting production from China, 23 are going to Vietnam. None are going to Indonesia. One of the big reasons, it's difficult to start a business here. Sometimes it takes years just to get the business permit, much longer than authoritarian but often very efficient countries like Vietnam.
Like Vietnam, they much more easier compared to other region, other area, because their government so strong. But for Indonesia, we are in the process of democracy.
Edi Irawadi, until recently, was a top official in Indonesia's free trade zone of Batam. He says a lot has changed since Indonesia restored multi-party democracy in 1998.
I joined the government in 1983, right? It's easy for me to make a policy because I don't have to go to the parliament. I don't have to ask the people whether they agree or disagree with my policy. And then the president just signed.
During the 3-decade rule of Indonesia's dictator, Suharto, the economy was centrally planned. But when he stepped down following mass protests in 1998, authority was scattered across multiple layers of government. And in a massive country like Indonesia, those parts don't always work together. Another problem is corruption, which of course is also a problem in other countries. But in Indonesia, there's now a lot more potential people to pay off, says analyst Bima Yudhistira.
There's some kind of the high-cost economy because you need to bribe not only some people in the central government, but also people in the local government. And it's creating like an inefficiency in terms of investment.
Indonesia's new government is trying to address the problem. They're requiring fewer permits and making them easier to complete. And there are other bright spots.
Produk garment, produk sepatu, produk karet.
Garments, shoes, rubber tires, and perhaps home appliances and furniture. For the products that Indonesia has already produced well, the demand is increasing, particularly from the U.S.
Memproduksikan dengan cukup baik dan kompetitif.
But with the U.S. and China now trying to wind down their trade war, some in Indonesia are concerned the country has already missed out on many of the opportunities. Bill Gallo, VOA News, Jakarta.